Hi, welcome. I felt like doing a quick little reading this morning. So, wherever you are, whatever time it is, whatever day it is, if it's the same day I posted it, months, years, whenever you found it, and if it's years, heck yeah, it was meant for you. So, I'm going to get straight into it. I'm just going to see what it is that the universe, your angels, your guides have for you. And we're going to cleanse the space and open a portal so that we can get messages from our divine that will benefit our highest selves only. We are open to messages of love and light, and so it is. Hi. So, I'm gonna do a very traditional past, present, and future spread. And then depending on how that goes, we might see the energy that's surrounding it, your strong suits, your weak points, and what advice the universe has for you going forward. So as I shuffle, open up your heart chakra, put your energy out into the universe, and let's see what it is that the universe has for you. By the way, so happy that you're here. This is such a light in my life, and I love doing it, and I love doing it for you guys. So thank you for being here, and thank you for opening yourself up to whatever messages the divine has for you. A lot of people don't do that and are so stuck in their 3D world instead of going into that 5D crystalline grid and merging the two of them together. So, universe, where was our collective in the past? Ooh, okay. When it came to the situation. Yeah, this has kept you up at night in the past. Just gonna actually start before I do the other ones. So we have the Nine of Swords. And if you see this person is up in their bed, they're clutching their head, they cannot turn their mind off, whatever it is that you have been going through. And I feel like it is something that is out of your control. It came out technically in reverse. So while I feel like the Nine of Swords can sometimes represent reflection and facing whatever challenges it is that have been put before you, with it coming out in reverse, I feel like these things, whatever it is, the loss of a job, the loss of a relationship, the loss of your identity, whatever that might be for you, it's kept you up at night in the past, but it's kept you up in a way that your wheels are kind of stuck in the same pattern. You keep going through the same thoughts, but those thoughts aren't bringing you to a point of initiative where you can break yourself from that thought, or where you can break yourself from whatever happened. So I'm curious, where, oh, okay. So this is where you're at right now. I got the Star in reverse. So let me show you what she looks like. Right side up. So you see it's this woman that is pouring water into not only the earth but into a pool of water as well, and she has all of these stars over her guiding her. And what the star can symbolize is clarity. It's pouring back into the earth, pouring back into others, getting to a point where you are whole and you're willing to then pour that love that you have within yourself into other people. But it came out in reverse for you again. So I feel like currently, and that's probably why you're here, you're feeling like you need to do something different. What you've been doing of staying up at night, wallowing in these thoughts that are just not bringing you anywhere productive, you've realized that you have to step out of that room, go out into the world, or open yourself up to the world, open yourself up to messages from the divine on some clarity as to what you should do. But having it in reverse isn't a bad thing, because you're at least on the journey and it's not always easy. So let's see, one last card for where we have you going forward. And know that whatever it is that has been tormenting your mind, is something that you can choose to let go of. That's what I'm being told to tell you. And that doesn't mean that you're going to suddenly not feel the ache and the pain of that injustice or that betrayal or that heartache that you had. And again, that can be from other people or from yourself. It doesn't mean that that goes away, but you can look it in the eyes, accept that it happened, accept that you cannot change it, that it is out of our control. And that as humans is such a hard thing to let go of. But once you let go of that and you can begin to look at it as something that unfortunately happened to you, it happened for a reason. It doesn't mean that it's a punishment, not at all. But sometimes things have to happen to us to push us to that place of growth. If life was always sunshine and rainbows, we would be stuck in a place of not evolving. We would quite literally be in paradise in heaven. And that's unfortunately not what Earth is. And it doesn't mean that we can't find pockets of that, but we're meant to face adversity. We're meant to face challenges. And through those, we can grow and then have compassion for ourselves and then expand that compassion to the rest of the world and those that we encounter going forward. So what does the future look like for this beautiful, oh, yeah, that was not gonna happen. Just so you know, when a bunch of cards fall out like that for me, it's a sign that I just mishandled the deck. So what do we have going forward for this beautiful collective? Okay, one more card. It listened. Thank you, Source. Oh, okay. You got the Page of Wands. You're just a little baby starting off on a new frontier, and you are connecting with the things that make you happy. You are connecting with the things that inspire you. You are going to begin to pour into yourself, and by pouring into yourself, you are going to open up yourself to channels and wavelengths that you were never even close to being on the same frequency as. And that is not a bad thing, because a lot of us are in lower frequency waves, and it is so hard to pull yourself out of it or even realize that you're in it. But with the Page of Wands, the wands are all about following your passions, your creativity. And a page is just a little guy that is starting off on this journey. So that's you. And know that whatever it is that you went through, and I'm getting that for some people, it was like a big career change, like something happened with work. And I think for some people too, it was a relationship that you thought was your end all be all. But know that this is just the beginning of this journey. Whatever you went through is not the end for you. It's not the end of the story. It is literally just one of the beginning chapters. And I don't care how old you are. It's just now opening you up to a place that you weren't meant to be. So real quick, because I want to see, and hold on, I want to use a different deck. Let's do this one. White Sage Tarot, he's adorable. So I want to see what your weak points are when it comes to this, what your strengths are when it comes to this, and any advice from Source going forward on how you can make this journey not a better one, because good and bad are such a weird concept, an easier one, because we can always ask Source to make things easier. What we go through as humans is hard, and don't ever feel like saying, Source, can you please help ease some of what I'm feeling? That doesn't make you a lazy person. That doesn't make you undeserving of the good things that come to you. You are able to ask for help, and Source is telling me to tell you that. Literally speak to them. I do it all the time, and it has really changed my life. So we're gonna do your weakness, your strength, and then advice going forward. So Source, what is the weakness that my collective has when it comes this situation. Okay. Oh, the King of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I think for some of you, this is definitely not necessarily just a work thing, but maybe a career. Maybe what you thought you were meant to do in this world is not really what's meant for you. And maybe what you were, so look at that beautiful elephant, by the way. And the pentacles are all about abundance, financial matters. So I think whatever this was for you, whether it was a job, a relationship, a circumstance, a random thing that happened, which sometimes the random things that happen can be just as painful as the things that were not so random. But I think that your weakness with this is that you put your energy into something or someone that wasn't really meant to serve your higher self. I think whatever this was for you symbolized all the things that you wanted in life, symbolized the abundance that you wanted, symbolized the lifestyle, the partner that you wanted, but it didn't really actually symbolize a true representation of what that person was or what that career was, what that situation was. I think your weakness in this is that you were going about it for the wrong reasons, maybe for material reasons or for earthly reasons or for ego. Sometimes when we do things just because we think they're for us, that's our ego, that's our personality. And that's not a bad thing because we are humans and we need to find that balance between our material world and our spiritual world. But I think unfortunately, it was something that wasn't serving your higher self. And because of that, it wasn't meant for you. So it was taken from you. And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. That doesn't mean that you're a selfish person or a materialistic person, because probably really aren't those things. And if you are, this is just a call out from the universe to maybe reweigh what you're putting your energy into and how important certain things are to you. So we want to see what your strength is when it comes to this. So first, place one card on what the strength of our collective is. There we go. Okay. Okay, you had two, so it's still strong. I'm actually gonna read both of them because, yeah. Okay, so the first one is the Knight of Wands. Look at this little guy. He's so cute. And then your next one is the Ten of Swords. So we're gonna start with the Knight of Wands. So, like I said earlier, the wands are all about following your passion, reconnecting with yourself. What is it that gets your blood going, that gets you excited, that gets you happy? For me, it's this. And I mean, there's so many other things that do, but I'm so happy that I have began to connect more with my spiritual side, because I've loved reading tarot for a long time, but I never thought I would get to the point of reading for other people or reading for my friends and family and them actually being like, oh my God, that was accurate. So I think, and look, so your future is the Page of Wands and your strength is the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is more evolved than the Page of Wands. Doesn't mean that anyone's better than another, but know that your strength is that you are going to go after the things that you are passionate about, whether it's a new person that comes into your life, whether it's being passionate about yourself again, or maybe being passionate about yourself for the first time ever. Just being passionate about a new career, something that maybe you never thought possible, or maybe it's a career still in the same field, but it'll be you calling the shots, you figuring out what's best for you, and not putting that in the hands of an employer or in the hands of someone else or in the hands of whatever will be, which I'm not saying to not have that mindset of like opening yourself up to whatever will be, but sometimes we have to take action. The wind's not just gonna blow us somewhere. Sometimes the wind's gonna blow our hair in a direction and we're like, oh, the wind's blowing that way, let me walk over there. But the wind's not just gonna push you that way. So then with the Ten of Swords, you're gonna be cutting out some things from your life, and that's a strength, because it's so scary to distance ourselves or pull ourselves away from things that we always thought or envisioned as meant for us. And I think through you sitting with yourself and you doing some self-discovery and you coming to peace with whatever it was that's been keeping you up at night, you're gonna be able to cut through the bullshit. You're gonna be able to discern what is for you and what's not for you. And that doesn't mean that you're always gonna know, but you're going to be able to approach things with a clarity and acceptance that maybe you did not have before. So let's see what advice the universe has for you going forward. Oh, there we go. Aw. The Two of Wands. Look how beautiful that card is. So yeah, you got a lot of wands in here. So know that by connecting with yourself, I love this card, it's beautiful. You are going to be able to merge two parts of you that have been living separate lives, or maybe you've let the logical side of you dominate your personality and dominate your life, but you are going to begin to open yourself up to your spiritual side, to new possibilities. And I think that you'll realize that when you begin to put those two versions of yourself together, you'll realize that they're not two versions of you, they're just you, they're one. And when we can begin to walk the world whole and not split up into different pieces, it's crazy how your viewpoint, how the way that you feel about things just changes. And it doesn't mean that things are going to be all sunshines and rainbows all the time, but you'll be walking in your truth, and the empowerment that comes from that is something that can't be rivaled. It's all yours. No matter what happens, at the end of the day, you'll be able to lay down in bed, and any of the thoughts, any of the turmoil that has been swimming around in your head won't seem as heavy. It won't seem like this bottomless pit that you can't ever crawl out of. It'll be a pit and you'll fall down it sometimes, but as you begin to work on yourself and heal yourself, you'll find notches in the cliff, little rock formations that you can begin to climb up. And sometimes you'll fall down a little bit, but you'll know where to grab to catch yourself so that you don't spiral all the way to the bottom. And if you do spiral all the way to the bottom, you will know that there are steps to take to get back up to the top. So I hope this message resonated with you. I loved reading for you. This is a wonderful, beautiful journey that you're on, and I am so pleased and lucky to be in it with you and to be able to read for you. So if this message resonated, I love to hear from you guys. If you guys have any ideas, any kind of reading requests, send them my way, because I just fucking enjoy doing this. It's awesome. It makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so happy to connect with my psychic gifts and the blessings that the universe has given me, and I enjoy giving those to you. So like, comment, subscribe. I'm not gonna feel ashamed to say that anymore, because I am putting abundance out into the world and I am welcoming abundance to come to me. So don't ever feel ashamed to ask for more. Just know that when you ask, you feel gratitude for whatever you have now and for whatever comes your way. I love you. I'm cheering you on. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are, and know that your angels and the universe and your guides are always with you.